Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to discuss about the range of sine and cos and how do we convert the range for different functions from the basic simple sine and cos functions. If we are given some values multiplied, divided, added or subtracted with the sine and the cos functions, how we are going to convert those. For this one, the first and the foremost thing is there that we should know that the range of the basic function of sine and cos lies from -1 and 1, between -1 and +1. So the range of sine is between -1 and +1. Similarly, the range of cos is between -1 and +1. Whatever the angle, no matter, the larger is there or the smaller is there, you'll get the answers lying between -1 and 1. There is no value you'll be finding greater than 1 or any value less than -1, you'll not be able to find it. You may check it with your calculators. If we have been given other functions, like for example, we are asked to find out the range of y is equals to 4 plus 2 cos x. For example, this is there. And he's asking you what is the range of this function, or what is the minimum value of this function and what is the maximum value of this function. So let us convert this right from here. We know that the basic cos function has the value from -1 till +1. But here it is mentioned in the question that it's not only cos, it is 2 cos x and +4 is there. So let's multiply this whole thing with 2. So -1 multiplied by 2 less than or equals to 2 multiplied by cos x less than or equals to 1 multiplied by 2. So multiplying with a positive number to every place doesn't change the inequality. So this becomes -2. This is 2 cos x as it is, and less than or equals to +2. Now still we have to add a 4 to every place. So let's add 4 to every place. 4 minus 2 less than or equals to 4 plus 2 cos x, which is our desired function, is equals to 4 plus 2. Now if you see 4 minus 2 is going to be 2. This is the function which we were requiring. It was given to us in the question, and less than or equals to 4 plus 2 is 6. So if you see here, the minimum value of the desired function is 2 and the maximum value is 6. Similarly, if we take another function for the sine. For example, if he asked us find out the range of y is equals to 3 sine x minus 4. What's going to happen over here? We will start from here, the very basic function. That is, the basic function of sine, its value lies from -1 to +1. We will do something by multiplying or by adding or subtracting some of the values to this basic function to reach this place. So first of all, we see over here that there is a 3 written with the sign. So we have to multiply by 3 over here. And similarly over here and over here as well. So let's multiply by 3 everywhere. 3 times by -1 less than or equals to 3 times by sine x and 3 times by 1 as well. So this will become -3 less than or equals to 3 sine x less than or equals to +3. Still, we have to do a little bit more, that we have to subtract 4 from every place. We have to subtract 4 over here, 4 over here, and 4 over here. So let's subtract 4 everywhere. -3 minus 4 less than or equals to 3 sine x minus 4 less than or equals to 3 minus 4. So if you see after the simplification, we have reached the place where this is -7, 3 sine x minus 4 less than or equals to -1. So the minimum value of this specific function is -7 and the maximum value is -1. So it means from this graph, it is clear that whole of this graph of y equals to 3 minus sine x, it lies below the x-axis. And similarly, the whole of the graph of this function lies above the x-axis. This is a little bit view that how do we convert different functions into, and how do we get the minimum and the maximum value of these functions. Let us see a question which is a little bit more challenging to you maybe. This is a question of a book, from the book we are normally following. Okay, here it is. I'm going to go for the F part of question number 2. That is 30 divided by 11 minus 5 cos half x minus 45. 30 divided by 11 minus half cos x minus 5 half cos half x minus 45. So let us clear this all. And the question is that we have to find out the range of 30 divided by 11 minus 5 divided by 11 minus 5 cos half x minus 45. Although it is seen like a quite a complicated and a big function, but we don't need to worry about that. Let us start doing this. We will deal right from the very basic function, which is the cos function. So it's the range of cos lies from -1 till 1. And as I told you already, that whatever the value of the angle is there, the range remains the same. So instead of only x, let's write this whole thing, whatever the angle comes from here, we'll get the answer the same, -1 and 1, between -1 and +1. So it is -1 cos half x minus 45 less than or equals to +1. Doesn't change anything. Only this domain is being changed, but there is no change. We know that the answers will be lying between -1 and +1. But here we see there is a -5 with it. So let's multiply by -5 everywhere. If you multiply by -5 over here, this is going to be +5. This is going to be -5 cos half x minus 45, and this is going to be obviously -5. Now, since I told you when you multiply by the negative number to the inequalities, these inequalities are going to be changed. So this is going to be greater and this is going to be greater as well. Still, we have not reached our place. There is an 11 over here. So let's do this. Okay, 11. So we'll add 11 everywhere. 11 plus 5 greater than or equals to 11 minus 5 cos half x minus 45 greater than or equals to 11 minus 5. Let's simplify this. This is going to be 16, and 11 minus 5 cos half x minus 45 greater than or equals to 6. But here there is a 30 over there in the numerator. So let's divide by 30 everywhere. You might be thinking that why we are dividing by 30, although in the question the 30 is above. What we will do, we will just invert the fraction. So 16 over 30 can be converted into inverting the function. It is 30 over 16. This 30 will go up and the whole of the quantity will go down. That is 11 minus 5 cos half x minus 45, and this is 30 divided by 6. Now what is going to happen with this inequality? This is again changed. How? I'm just letting you know. If you see here, we know 2 is less than 3. What if 1 over 2 and 1 over 3? And we know this is going to be greater because the denominator, as it gets smaller, the actual quantity gets greater. So the one which was greater will become smaller and the one which was smaller will become greater. I hope it is clear. Now let's simplify this a little bit. We can do a little bit simplification over here, that 2, 15 and 2, 8. So it's going to be 15 over 8. And less than or equals to the function 30 divided by 11 minus 5 cos half x minus 45, and less than or equals to obviously 5. So the minimum value of this function is this, and the maximum value is going to be 5. So again, we see both the values are positive. So the graph of this function will be lying above the x-axis. This is how do we convert some of the functions to get their minimum and the maximum values. I hope this will be helpful to you to understand trigonometry a little bit better. We'll see further a bit in the next session. Thank you so much. Jazakallah.